Yeah, should be recording. All right. I'm going over today's price action. My trade today. So, we did hit a trade today. We hit 2R on YM. Was it YM? Why do I low-key forget? Let me see. Not NQ. Yep, that's right. Yeah, we had a trade on. Oh yeah, okay. We had a trade on NQ. So hit a short from like here to I think we took profit here. Yeah, this was 2R right here. Um, yeah, let's go over it. So, opening on the day, what do we have on the daily chart? We come to here, we have yesterday's expansion, right? But what's relevant about this candle? This doesn't even, it's crazy. This doesn't even look tradable. Like, look at what we traded today. It's insane. Yeah, today's trade was lower prob just right off the bat. Like, I can tell you that confidently. Like, it was a lower probability trade, and I'm not even gonna deny that. Like, so cause what do oh that was today's price action, so I'm tripping. But that little candle at least was for today's price because the new day opened. Or no. Yo, am I just disregard everything I'm saying right now? I don't even know. Alright, let's get into this. So what do we see coming into today? We see all this displacement up in Asia session, just a ton of Asia expansion after a really good day yesterday. I feel like everyone caught this two-stage SMT. Yesterday from here to here, caught that, moved down to this weekly gap below, very relevant liquidity. What happens here? SMT with NQ. We expand away, we get a little retracement, we get an SMT entry here. You could take it to these highs, but I mean, nobody thought this Asia was going to expand to these highs. Absolutely ridiculous, if you ask me. But yeah, we do, and then we get definitely slow down overnight. And what am I looking for? Well, expansion is either met with retracement or expansion. So, I'm seeing that we're not being met with expansion. And first off, like, you also have to note that this is Asia session. Like, this is expansion in Asia session. So you're going to expect New York to be a consolidation if you have expansion in Asia. Like, usually New York's not, like, you don't want to be trading on New York session. Um, but I I figured there was going to be some retracement after this big expansion, so I was able to get a trade in today, and I actually hit a pretty high prob one considering circumstances. So we're coming to pre-market. We really don't see anything on the 4 hour, but, but what do we get on the hourly? Here we go with YM, two stage. So we get a two-stage SMT. What do we need to confirm a reversal? Two-stage. It's not like a full reversal, but it's definitely an SMT into it's a retracement SMT, so it's not a true SMT. So like this, I mean, it's not gonna like play us back down to here, but it's a um, it's just a retracement SMT inside of this bigger high time frame bullish move. So it allows us to catch this retracement move. So we see that, then we scale down. So I kind of just saw that, and then we have this, opening range on YM, or this like opening range that we're in this morning. What do we see happen with YM? We kind of see a break in correlation here. So YM trades high and NQ trades low, and usually I'm not going to trade like desynchronized assets. Usually I'm not going to trade that, so I'm just gonna like kind of let that day trade. And and that paired with the fact that we had all this Asia expansion, like I was already about to be like, nah, I don't know about this. But if it wasn't so perfect for a two-stage SMT, like what is this displacement? And this is weird, but I had a dream about this last night, about this trade. Because I've been studying a lot of universal sequence Gxt model. I've been studying that, and uh, Garrett said something yesterday where it was like these SMTs on the lower time frame you're seeing, they're just higher time frame SMTs. Like they're just higher time frame SMTs. So I was thinking, like when we see the assets desynchronized like this, like I always get so confused and I get lost in the sauce. I feel like when they desynchronize, like they go, one goes up, one goes down. I just never know how to trade it. But then I had this weird dream that like I was like, look at the higher time frame, and I did. And what is this desynchronizing creating at this time when it's going up? This is yesterday. See, why does it do that sometimes? Like genuinely, how did it get us 4 fucking weeks back? What the hell? What's it creating on that wick up? A two-stage SMT with this high. And then we get displacement away on NQ, hit this low, retrace. We were in we saw this SMT in this trading away like kind of right away. So we saw this and we got in. Yeah, so we got in shorts. I think this is our order block. Oh wait, no, we wanted, so yeah, we are looking on the 30, so we go the 30 minute. We got the closure through here and we got in a little late. I think we got this retracement right here, but we got in around here. What are our stops on this body of this candle? What are we looking for? We get about 2.5 R today. So all in all, pretty good. It might have been, I think it's 2.4, so I think it was there. But yeah, what do we see? Two-stage SMT. What does this do? Trades away. Like we get the wick up and then wick down. And at that point, I'm like, okay, this is probably tradable as we're seeing YM kind of slow down here. Then we get this move up again. It breaks these short-term highs. And I'm kind of worried that we're actually going to continue higher. And what are we doing? Down here, taking out this low. And then what happens here? And ES takes out this low at that time and expands off of it. And I'm like, shoot, like, I think YM's probably going to take off. But, like, there's really no reason to expand higher. Like, we just had all this Asia expansion. Like, the only valid trade today to take today would be this retracement. Like, you are not going to trade another continuation in New York after we have all this Asia expansion, like and with no clear target on liquidity as well. Like it's not like we failed to grab a high and then retraced and then like no, like we took all the liquidity, no clear draw. So with all that in mind, I wasn't too worried about this move. I did, yeah. So I actually got in a long and I canceled it like right away. I was like, what am I doing? So definitely a little bit of emotional trading. It's what I'm working on. I've been really studying my psychology and how to just like accept that your trade might lose. Like, guys, I've been really focused on my trading psychology. I feel like that's the main thing holding me back. I don't think it's even my technical analysis. I feel like when I break these trades down, like I really know, like this is exactly how I broke it down today. I feel like I really know what I'm doing. I just feel like my emotional trading is just keeping me back. My psychology. I mean, that's the hardest part of trading. That's what everyone says. Yeah. So what do we get? Protected low here, or sorry, protected high with this SMT. We get the yeah, okay, so this two stage was on the hourly. what do you pair with the hourly? The 5 minute. So we're looking for, realistically, you're looking for this closure, but this is where the SMT gets made. So I was looking for a closure below this because YM didn't sweep this high. I mean, technically we sweep this high. Not yet, not till open. So this wouldn't have been a valid like order block entry or CISD. The CISD you want to look for is this one because that's where the SM2 is created. So I'm already below here. So at that point, you're looking for this or this. This is a lot of confirmation, like getting below this low and like confirming. Um, yeah. So once you kind of see like we saw this retracement back, and then once you see this displacement through, that'd be your second entry if you missed that first move, which would be you would get stopped, you would get brought in on this order block, you put it on the body because that wick's not very big, and then you could chase 2R. And yeah, your trade actually hits, and yeah, so there's two good entries if you missed that first one because honestly, like yeah, you're jumping in a little early. That's the 9:30 candle. Like I got in this trade like 9:34. No, 9:38. Okay, yeah, I got up like on this. You guys come. What? Like we had on this green candle right here. So on this retracement, I wanted to get on this order block, and then that's how I had to move it down because like I missed that initial move. And I really like this setup, just like with the daily logic, like expansion into retracement. Um, and we have the confirmation of that reversal into into retracement. So yeah, really like this trade today. Really like this trade today. And then afternoon, so that's what I banked on. It was to this low. And you know what I've been thinking about is like I want to get better. By the way, this was the fair value gap on the 4 hourly. So if you took it this low, respect to you because I should have held. I'm just like I'm working on my emotional trading. I'm not good at it yet. I'm still improving a lot, and I feel like I've been getting a lot better, so that's good at least. But um, so I got my take right there, but like I was like wanted to start trailing, like, maybe trail above these consolidation, like we shouldn't come back above that, and then like just keep trailing it, like your stop's super tight, like all the way down. Like why not, And it would have worked. I also just I feel like the issue with that is like mm, it really only works like when you don't have a target on liquidity. Like today we had a pretty clear target and we kind of just took earlier. We took like 2R before. But anyways, let's go into the second trade. We didn't take this because I had class at 2:30 and I had to get off my computer. I didn't get on my computer like 2:05, so I missed this entry. This trade ends up missing. So I'm pretty hyped. I kind of got bailed because I think I would have taken this. But once again, this is part of my logic where if I were to take this second trade today, like there's nothing to be mad about this trade. We have 2 o'clock FOMC news, so we're looking for that. Let's scale to the 30. Gotta visualize this better. So yeah, we have this retracement, and then we kind of hit this low right here. What does YM do? It never trades this fair value gap, so we form SMT, right? SMT with the gap. Then NQ comes down. What do we have? Expansion met with expansion in 30-minute gap. Now I'm looking at this. I thought we had I thought we had a 2 stage. Alright, this isn't like the greatest trade I've ever seen. Anyways, YM's in this gap though. It's stronger. There's no SMT here, but um, yeah. So it's right now YM's definitely stronger. What do we get? SMT right there. Right. So we already have SMT. Then we already have SMT. We get some retracement of. Then we get a move down. We kind of reverse out of nowhere, or not on the YM. It's like we reverse in this gap. So it's expansion met with expansion right here at at a relevant level because this is FOMC news. This is FOMC news happening, like this move. And then we hop on the 5 minute chart, I think. So we have the SMT in the gap with this SMT right here. What do we have? A clear draw on liquidity. And yeah, so it ends up so we get this first CISD. So you get this SMT right here. And what's this? A candle. Look at this. I mean, like, this is insane. Like, you can't make this up. 1455. This is the opening of the 15 o'clock candle. What does it do? Kind of like waits to expand till it hits. So that on the hourly, we get that SMT, right? That's just textbook. Expands off its level. What can you enter on? First CISD. Where can you long? Where can you place your stop? Small wick on the body. What can you chase to this relevant high? 2.92 R. Is it late in the move? Yeah, but like, do you ever actually get filled on this order? Yeah, you do. So yeah, like really, I mean, really cool trade there. Like with everything going on today, like trades down to this gap. Um, yeah, definitely interesting. And then there was also, I'm not even gonna lie, I just saw that because earlier I was on my computer at 2 o'clock, so I had this completely wrong. But that, I mean, that's another valid trade. Oh God, prices just the last 2 days have been banging, bro. Like that's a really good fucking trade with news. Like you have volatility because of FMC. Like that's a really good fucking trade, bro. Holy shit. Wow. Okay, so earlier 13:30. This is our 14 o'clock candle right here. So I was thinking this is the move I thought I missed earlier. So we have gap, a 30-minute gap made right here. What do we have? Expansion, met with expansion, protected swing low. Even though it didn't, like, YM didn't tap these lows, it's confirmed by NQ taking out these lows. So what do we get? Expansion met with expansion, retracement into a 30-minute gap. What's in the 30-minute gap? Pretty sure we had, let me check. 13:30 with 14. Yeah. I'm pretty sure it was this. We have that SMT. What do we get? 30-minute, you get a 3-minute. SMT's made. At 13:27, right as the 30-minute candle is about to open. Textbook. This CISD is kind of far low key. So you probably check out the one. Gonna get a closure above here. You do. You enter on this. Um, you definitely get filled. Does it get got really close to your but this was kind of my logic for this one. What can you chase? Relevant highs right there. You actually get 2R off those. And you could go for high of day. Um, yeah, but like definitely a ton of volume there. Or sorry, movement. Um, yeah, so we actually, I'm pretty sure it's a two stage as well because if you look, so this was the trade I was looking at. That's that first one I just went over, at least in afternoon session, was not what I was looking at, but that's another valid, like very valid trade. Why was this a two stage YM? I might be tripping, bro, but like I don't think we traded into this gap. We had a two stage. Like it was like here, but like we gotta check it out on the three. Okay, yeah, all right, there it is, bro. That's the opening of the 14 candle right there. Am I am I tripping, bro? Just know there was some bullshit. Like I'm like, I'm about to be done with this review. I mean, like we went over that first trade. It was a good trade. Here, like I know there was something, but like the candles obviously like I was looking at it at 2:15. We were looking at a 30 minute. By the time like the candles change. So I'm not like entirely sure that we did get the two stage that I thought we did. Okay, this is the 13:15 and the 13:30. Holy fuck, bro. 13:15, 13:30. So what do we get? Sorry about that. Still watching this video. You just got put on game today, bro. Yeah, so we get a two-stage SMT. So like NQ doesn't come down to this gap right here or take this low. YM definitely took this low. And this is already YM the strongest because of this SMT. It never came down to this 4 hour gap. And this is all in the higher time frame. Like if you see like this is all higher time frame stuff. This is lower time frame. So it's just kind of a strength switch. NQ kind of switching strength here, and then re-switching strength. That's a two-stage. Is higher in the range, takes out this low, and when you look 3 minute into this low, we have this right here. So, are we trusting this? No, no, not trusting any of these. Also, you're trading on YM. So, bang, bang, strength switch. We spot on the 15, so you're gonna go to the 1 minute. Yeah, so okay, so we did have the right entry. Um, yeah, if you try to put it, so like give this first closure, and if you try to put it on the body, you probably got wigged out like that. But if you didn't, like there's a lot of potential. Like if you put it your stop as I was showing you on the wick right there. Like bro, there's I mean you're getting so much R out of this if you're not closing. It's already ended. But what are you actually targeting? Probably this afternoon session, probably that. But yeah, what I'm trying to show you guys is like that's it's the same model as this morning. It's the same model, bro. When you think about it. On the higher time frame, what do we have? Yesterday, YM, SMT with these relevant lows, these that took out the weekly opening gap. These ones took out the weekly opening gap on NQ. What happens to them? SMT, then we have all this move off the SMT and today. And then what do we get out of that SMT? And then this, we get this two stage, right? And then we get this retracement. It's a retracement leg. Then we get an SMT. And then we get all this up into here. This SMT causes that. And then the same thing, bro. Like we get retracement. And then we get an SMT in the gap. And then we get expansion. What's it here? It's on the higher time frame. This is retracement on the higher time frame. SMT in the gap. This is only you only need one stage in continuation. You don't need a two stage. A two stage is how you confirm a reversal. Like you need if you want a reversal trade, you have to require a two stage SMT. That's why here, like we only traded this retracement reversal because we got this two stage. For a continuation model, you only really need a one stage. What do we get? With a obviously everything's with the V shape, by the way. What do we get? SMT in the retracement, expansion away. SMT in the retracement, expansion away. Like it's just it never ends, bro. And if you were late to this trade, I don't know. SMT low here, SMT low here. You get a trade above this. I don't know. You get in on this order block. The reason, so a lot of times if you're on the second CISD of a move, like this would be our first if you trailed your stop loss on this low. Like you'd be in the trade, would you barely have not gotten stopped out? Yeah, but you'd be in this trade and your limit order would have gotten placed right here. Like you'd have great RR. If you miss that first CISD, which like I wouldn't blame you for not entering this. So you're in a consolidation, you look at NQ, like I don't want to click on it because the 1 minute will fuck everything up. But like we were also in consolidation and like we needed that manipulation out, and then so that's kind of the equivalent. It's like there's probably like this was probably the manipulation, like this big red, like probably SMT there. Um, so you kind of want to wait for that. Uh, so honestly, yeah, it would make more sense to me to get in on the second CSD. But what are you not gonna do? Like if you place, so now your order block is right there, your CSD entry. If you place your limit you're very likely to get filled, like to retrace to your first CISD. Like the probability of getting filled is very high. And then if you trade away, the probability of coming back to that is very low. But if you get in on the second CISD and so you place it like on top of this candle, like your probability of getting filled, it's not like low necessarily, but it's lower than the first one. Like the first one, you almost always get filled on. The second one, you're not getting filled on as much. And then like after that, like I mean, this would be a CISD technically in this gap. Um, like you do get actually that is somehow an entry, but you get stopped out. It's just like it's lower probability you get less R the later. Like if you miss, this is a third CISD right here, or maybe fourth CISD right here. But like you get what I'm saying. Like you're less likely to get filled the later you get into an entry because it kind of just expands away like this, and the less R you're getting, and the less probability it is. So It's just important to get on a trade early and like maybe, and that's why you might want to enter just on this uh closure. I'm not saying like this is where you get entered like this wick down. Like I'm saying literally you just enter right here. Like you're in the trade now. And you can still get 2R on this, in this example at least. But yeah, that's like kind of the logic there. And your stop would be on this wick instead. So yeah, and then the second trade, I mean this trade, if you're trailing like if you're trying to go 3R, like it's not gonna play out. But like you're going break even. So that's a break even trade, 100%. And then this trade was all another good trade, like another really valid trade. As the opening candle creates an SMT. What do we get? Expansion away after 15 o'clock, retracement. SMT in the gap, which we already saw. Expansion away. And you're trailing this high, or you're taking profit at this high. Like, so, I mean, there's a lot of price action to study over the last 2 days, and I feel like even for me, like I wanted this video helps me. So, uh, thank you for watching. Good day. I'll see you overall.